Hi, good evening, everyone. Kindly let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is clear. You all can respond in the chat box. Do let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is clear. Thank you, Bharti. Thank you, Jubi. So let me welcome you all on behalf of HR India Solutions in today's free demo session. We, HR India Solutions, are 10-year-old HR consulting firm. We are primarily into recruitment solutions. We also provide HR advisory and consulting services to many companies. We are also into contract staffing and payroll. And finally, we also take care of campus placement and HR practical training. These are few clients for which we are working. We are providing all sorts of services like recruitment, payroll, HR consulting, and HR training as well. This is all about HR India Solutions. Let me share you what exactly we are offering in online HR Generalist Practical Training program. There are 4 important modules. The very first module is labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we cover and include almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to Esic Act. And we understand PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepared, and finally, how these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get with these benefits and how these benefits are paid to women employees. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act. And we understand which all employees are eligible to get this benefit, how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second module which we have under this online practical training program is a compensation and benefit, which is everything related to how CTC package is designed, what is CTC, what is gross salary, what is net salary. We also understand how payroll can be managed, in an Excel sheet and how it is managed on a payroll software. The other important thing which we learn are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime, leaves and holidays. And finally, we see that how full and final settlement of employees are done at the time of going. The third module which we have under this program is of recruitment and selection, which is everything related to talent acquisition. And we understand things like what is job description, what is job specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting. We train people on Naukri.com and one become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various keywords, key skills, and job description. Today, nowadays, resumes are not getting screened by HR manager. HR manager is not going through each and every application which they receive. Now, technology is something which is screening and rejecting every application. We also understand how technology has become important and how various ATS, applicant tracking systems, and how various RMS, recruitment management softwares, are used in recruitment. They screen and select or reject every application. We have a dedicated session on CV writing and interview skills also in this module. The fourth module which we have added recently is of HR analytics, which has become very important in recent days. And we understand what exactly is HR analytics, why it is important, what are the various tools and techniques which are used in HR analytics, how HR dashboards can be created, and we also understand various HR metrics, which is used to understand how the HR department is performing. This is all about the course which we are offering. Let's proceed with today's demonstration. Today's demonstration, before we proceed, just wanted to have an idea on what kind of audiences we have. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request everyone to respond to the poll. Just wanted to have an idea on what kind of audiences we have today. Let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly let us know how much experience do you have in HR. Once we receive 80% of the total response, we will end the poll and I would be sharing the result. We have received more than 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population today, 60% are freshers. We have people who has got 1 to 3 years of experience also, and there are few people who has got 3 to 5 years of experience as well. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Thanks for your support. Let's proceed for the timing. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding what exactly is compensation and benefit, and we would be taking a small overview of important labor laws in India. So, compensation and benefit is no doubt one of the most important functions of HR. Why it is important? because CNB as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides that how much salary should be paid to any particular position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to the designing of compensation package. How much should be fixed? How much should be variable? What all components should come in the package or design is something which this function of HR takes care of. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. There are many companies who are paying salaries on first. There are many companies who are paying salaries on third, and there are a good number of companies who are paying salaries on seventh. There are many companies where performance incentives are paid on monthly basis. Many companies are there who are paying performance incentive on quarterly basis, and good number of companies are paying performance incentive on an annual basis. When all these payments should be made, what should be the timeline, what should be the frequency is something which compensation and benefit function of HR finally takes care of. And finally, CNB as a function of HR is responsible for managing entire compensation and benefit which they extend to their employee. No doubt this is one of the most important function of HR. But this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor law on Provident Fund, we have labor law on Esic Act, and we also have labor law on maternity benefit, payment of bonus, and payment of gratuity act. Since we have labor law in these areas, things are very clear. We know that what all should be done and what all should be avoided. But when it comes to compensation and benefit, there is no law in HR which speaks about how the Ctc package should be designed, how the Ctc annexer designing should be there, or how the salary breakup should be formed. Yes, there are few labor law in India which speaks about payment. Let's have a look on those. We have a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of the Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And then there is a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's see what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of worker. You cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages to worker is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of salaries, and there should not be any illegal deductions from the salary is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 24,000 per month or less. This labor law also do not cover each and every employee. The Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment or profit sharing by the company. But again, this labor law only speaks about those people whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. This labor law also do not cover each and every employee. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks about paying similar wages to all the gender. On the basis of gender, one cannot have discrimination as far as salary and wages is concerned, is something which this labor law is taking care of. The new labor law, which was supposed to come from April 2021, which went on hold by the name of Code on Wages, whenever that new labor law would be coming, that new labor law is combining all these four labor law into one, and that would be known as Code on Wages 2019. So in today's demonstration, we would be understanding what is compensation and what are benefit. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed, what are the various steps and components which one should keep in mind while designing any compensation package. We would also be understanding few real offer letters which has been issued by our client to our candidate, and we would be understanding how it is different in different organizations. We would also be preparing one compensation and benefit structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. And finally, we would be taking a brief overview of important labor laws in India. See, people are responding that I am not audible. Let me know in the chat box if my voice is not clear. Am I audible? Are you able to hear me? Okay, thank you. So before we proceed with the demonstration of today, just wanted to have your understanding on the topic. There will be a poll which would be appearing. Kindly respond. Kindly let us know your response. Let us know whether the net in hand salaries of all employees getting a Ctc of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know the net in hand salary of all the employees getting a Ctc of 10 lakhs in 10 different companies would be same or not. We will follow the same rule. Once we receive 80% of the total response, I would be ending the poll. I will also be sharing the result, and then we would be proceeding. Few more votes. We have received 70% of the total response. We have received close to 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 76% feels that it is false, whereas 24% of the population feels that the statement is correct. The right answer is false. The take-home salary of all these employees who are getting 10 lakhs in 10 different companies would not be same. Why it would not be same? Because CTC annexure designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Due to absence of law. There is no labor law, or there is no law which is saying that salary should be designed in this particular way. This is why every company designs salaries in their own convenient way. In the coming slide also, we would be understanding how designing of salary differ from company to company. And yes, take-home salary of all these employees who are working in 10 different companies would never be same. Thank you for your participation. Let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefits. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever cash every month employee are getting is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what are benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly salary, monthly money, or monthly cash every employees are getting, they also get good number of facilities and perks from their company, for which they do not get any kind of money in their hand. But yes, companies are providing good number of facilities and benefits. So if I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities and perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few examples so that things become clear. Compensation, which is the monetary part of salary for which employee get money in their hand, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing or medical, for which employee get money in their hand. All commissions, incentives and overtime payment, which are paid in the form of money, all bonuses, profit sharing and stock options, these all are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Benefit, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, they got good number of facilities and benefit from their company, things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities and cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical is something which is given by almost all the companies in India. For this benefit, employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility which companies are providing. Retirement benefit. Many companies are providing wellness program like mental and health wellness program. During COVID time, almost all the companies has gone for providing mental and health wellness program to their employees. They hire doctors, psychiatrists, and gym trainer. These people were available for all the employees, and employees were free to speak to doctors, psychiatrists, and gym trainer. No doubt, employees were not getting any kind of money in their hand, but this was a good benefit or facility which company was providing. Benefits are those things for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but they get good number of benefit. Let's have an example, see some few more example of benefit. Health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance. As I said, life insurance is something which is provided by almost all the companies in India. Retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many companies who are providing membership for gym and fitness club, for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good benefit which their companies are providing. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. There are many companies who are motivating their employees to go for higher education. The entire course is sponsored by the company. Employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good benefit. Child care, paid leave, and many more. Very similar to CTC annexure designing, there is no labor law in India which says that every company has to provide these many benefits to the employees. This is why benefit also differ from company to company. Bigger companies are providing good number of benefit, whereas smaller companies are providing lesser number of benefit. Now let's try to understand how compensation and benefits are decided. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, how they decide that what salary should be paid to any person or any position. The word compensation is a very broad word. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Salary is the word which is normally used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the term wages is used normally for the payment which are made to worker. Management people get salaries and worker gets wages. We would be understanding different factors which plays important role in salary decision and the factor which plays important role in wages decision. So wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by the state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for Maharashtra worker. Similarly, Karnataka government has decided minimum wages for Karnataka worker. You cannot pay lesser than this minimum wages in that state. Every state has decided minimum wages for their state. Let's see other important factor which plays an important role. Cost of living or location. You will see that on the basis of cost of living or location of the job, the salaries are getting different. Whenever government is deciding minimum wages, you will see that it is different for different locations. In Maharashtra and Karnataka, the minimum wages are high because the cost of living is high. States which are poor in nature like Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal, which are not that costly in nature, you will see that minimum wages for these states are lesser or lower. Education and experience. We know that on the basis of education and experience, salaries gets differentiated. Whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they also decide minimum wages on the basis of education. The circular includes things like that. For matriculate, this would be the minimum wages. Government also mentioned that for graduate people, this would be the minimum wages. For postgraduate people, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries and ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great in comparison to other industries. Industries like tea garden, carpet making company, jute making company, to some extent textile and manufacturing. These industries are not doing that great in comparison to industries like telecom, insurance, e-commerce and retail. These companies are doing great. You will see that any person who is joining a tea garden and any person who is joining an IT company, the salary would be of huge difference. Whenever government is releasing minimum wages circular, they also decide different minimum wages on the basis of industries. Government decide different minimum wages for mining industry, government decide different minimum wages for agriculture industry, and government decide different minimum wages for manufacturing industry. So even government is deciding different minimum wages for different industries. Supply and demand. When I'm saying supply and demand, I am referring to what is the supply of any kind of manpower in the market and what is the demand of that kind of manpower. In other words, what is the demand of any particular kind of skill set in the market and what is the supply of that kind of skill set. The demand of data scientists are huge, but the supply is not that great. If we speak about HR professionals, the demand and supply are almost same in nature. So demand and supply of any particular position also plays an important role in deciding what salary or wages should be paid to that position. Whenever management companies goes for deciding salary, job evaluation is still one of the most scientific approach of deciding how much salary should be paid to any particular position. Job evaluation is nothing but comparative study of two jobs. You study two jobs and decide that what salary should be paid to any position. You study what is paid to management trainee finance and management trainee sales to decide what salary should be paid to management trainee HR. Under job evaluation, things like job analysis, job description, and job specification come. While deciding minimum wages, government invite the important and major labor union who plays an important role. So we have spoken about minimum wages, which is taking me to a question for which I do not have any poll. I would be requesting your responses in the chat box. The scenario is like this. Minimum wages in the state of Bihar or minimum wages in Bihar for unskilled worker is 7,956, which means if you're planning to hire any unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, this is the minimum wages which you need to pay. Paying below this in the state of Bihar would be illegal. If you want to hire same kind of worker in Delhi, minimum wages of Delhi is 16,064 for the same kind of worker, which means if you want to hire an unskilled worker in Delhi, this is the minimum which you need to pay. Now the question or scenario which I want to put in front of you is this. The same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi. He is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. Do you feel that upon transfer from Bihar to Delhi, this person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi? Kindly respond in the chat box. What I'm asking is, if the Bihar worker gets transferred to Delhi and he is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required, do you think that Bihar worker would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi or not? Kindly respond in the chat box, please. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you all have started responding. Okay. So correct answer is yes. Now let me know why this person would be getting higher minimum wages. He's not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. Why this person would be getting higher minimum wages? Most of you cost of living. Okay. Yes, this is the correct answer. This person will be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi because the minimum wages of Delhi is high, which has been decided on the basis of all the factors which we have seen. So you all are correct. Let me take you to another question for which I do not have any poll and I'm not asking for answer. This is a food for thought. Try to find out the correct answer. So we have increased the salary of Bihar worker when he gets transferred to Delhi. Now, what if the same person is getting transferred back to Bihar from Delhi, where the minimum wage is less? Can the salary be reduced? We have increased the salary because the minimum wage of Delhi was high. Now this person is getting transferred back to Bihar where minimum wage is less. Can the salary be reduced or not? I'm not asking for answer. Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all this nitty-gritty of law. Let's proceed for the time being. I thank you for all your support. So there is a survey again, and there is no right or wrong answer to this poll. We conduct this poll just to understand the masses feeling. Kindly let us know which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. We will follow the same rule. Once we receive 80% of the total response, I will be ending the poll. I will also be sharing the result and we will proceed further. Let me end the poll and share with the result. Majority of the population, 67% voted for communication, practical skills and knowledge, whereas 28% voted for communication skill. It is surprising to see that only 6% has voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. Thank you for your participation. Now let's try to understand, whenever any company has decided this much salary should be paid to any person, how they design the entire package. This is one of the most important section of this demo session. So entire process or steps of designing compensation package can be divided into 5 steps. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing any compensation package would be complete. The very first step is to decide the fixed or base pay of the person. Under this step, we decide what should be the basic salary of the person and what should be the dearness allowance. Dearness allowance is something which is normally found with government organization. You will hardly find dearness allowance with private organization. Dearness allowance is Mangai Bhatta in Hindi. So very first step, you decide that what should be the basic salary of the person and what should be the dearness allowance if it is applicable in your company. Once you're done with this step, the second step is to work on allowances which your companies are paying. Allowances are purely a choice of company, and company go for allowances which are suiting to them. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special allowance, telephone, internet, and others. As I said, allowances are purely a choice of companies, and they are free to decide what allowances they want to pay. After deciding the base pay, you decide that how much salaries should be paid to each allowances. Once you are done with these 2 steps, Third step is to work on retirers or statutory contributions. This is not something which you decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you calculate the cost of your company, which your company would be paying to various government authorities for your employees. The various statutory compliances or contributions which can be in the CTC package can be in the name of these things: Provident Fund, which is called as PF, ESIC, which is called as Employee State Insurance, Labor Welfare Fund. Every company contribute to these government authorities, PF, ESIC, and Labor Welfare Fund for their employees every month. Gratuity and bonus are something which are legal benefit. There are many companies who include gratuity and bonus in the offer letter. There are many companies who do not include. Both are correct. And in the actual offer letter, we would be seeing that there are many companies who are including, there are many companies who are not including. Once you are done with these three steps, the fourth step is to add the cost of perks and benefit which your company is providing. If your company is giving any kind of facility to your employees, you can add the cost of that. The various names which can come under benefit are medical insurance. If your company is giving this benefit, you can add the cost of this in the package. Life insurance, club membership, vision care, or higher education. If your company is giving benefit of any of these, you can add the cost of this in the compensation package. Once you're done with this four step, the last and final step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and on the basis of achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of variable pay or incentive, you can add the cost of that as well. The various name which has been given to variable pay is performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many company is calling it as performance bonus. There are many companies who are paying bonus on company's performance. They are saying that if company will do well, we could be paying you performance or incentive. And there are many companies who are paying performance on non-service award. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and benefit would be complete. So let's me shift to my Excel sheet, and whatever steps which we have seen, we would try to make one offer letter on the basis of that. You all can speak now also. We have restricted the right of muteness. So I have intentionally taken the monthly CTC of 21,000 because I want to include this person into ESIC. ESIC is one of the biggest labor law in India, which gives good number of benefit to the employee. Under ESIC, only those employee comes whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. If you are getting more than 21,000 per month, you would not be coming under ESIC and you would not be getting any benefit out of that. So we would be designing a compensation package of 21,000 monthly CTC. In the very first step, which we have seen is base pay. Under base pay, we decide the basic salary of the person. How much should be the basic salary for the position? Anybody from the class who can comment? Basic salary should be how much? Basic salary is normally kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of CTC? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. If you want, you can keep 60%, you can keep 70%, and you are also free to keep 80 and 90% of CTC as basic salary also. But most of the HR professionals are keeping 40 to 50% of CTC. Yes, there are strong logic why everybody is keeping as 40 to 50, but there is no law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50. You are free to keep 60, 70, 80, and 90 also. So let's follow whatever practice is there. Let's keep 50% of CTC as basic salary. And we are done with this. We have decided basic salary for this person, which is 50%. As I said, DA is something which is normally found with government organization. If you want to keep, you can keep. If you do not want to keep, you are free to do that. For the time being, we are ignoring DA because DA is not found in private organization. And we are done with the first step. Second step was to divide the salaries into further allowances. Anybody from the class who would like to suggest me any allowances, I would be taking that. But let me pick few allowances which are very common in nature. There is
house rent allowance.
Yes, you will see that 99% of the companies are going for HRA, house rent allowance. And house rent allowance is kept as what? 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because this much amount would be tax-free from income tax point of view. Otherwise, there is no strong logic. If your employee is staying in a non-metro city, you should give 40% of the basic salary. And if your employee are staying in a metro city, you should go for 50%. Let's assume that this person is staying in a non-metro city. So if the person is staying in a non-metro city, we should keep 40% of basic as HRA, which means this person would be getting tax-free income of 4,200. This income is tax-free for this person. This is the only reason why most of the companies are going for house rent allowance. Any other allowance which you want to suggest? Let's have
medical allowance.
Yes, medical allowance we can keep. Telephone allowance we can keep. How much amount should come under medical and telephone allowance? Amount which seems logical to come under this. Under telephone, you cannot keep 9,000 or 11,000. Let's keep 1,200. 1,200 is a good amount which should come in medical or telephone allowance. This is the logical amount. Let me pick one more which is very much common in nature. You will see that almost 90% of the companies are going for a special allowance. Trust me, there is nothing special with this special allowance. What almost all the HR professors are doing, they are choosing special allowance and they are leaving this column blank. Special allowance is normally used as adjusting or balancing amount. Whatever amount which would be coming as a difference at the last, they would try to mention that amount in special allowance to match the required CTC of 21,000. So let's follow the same practice, whatever the rest of the HR professionals are doing. We are also leaving this column blank for the time being. And what amount we would be putting here, that amount would be, which would be coming as a difference amount, adjusting amount or balancing amount. So let's find out the gross salary. Gross salary or monthly salary can be calculated by adding first two steps of CTC and Excel designing, basic and allowances. We have reached to a gross salary or monthly salary of 15,900 and we are done with two steps. We are trying to reach a CTC of 21,000. Let's find out the third step. Third step was statutory compliances. So let me pick two statutory. You all can keep your videos off. So PF by company and ESIC by company. These are two labor laws which are applicable in entire India. So how much contribution companies are paying to Provident Fund? There are many people who must be thinking it is 12%. No, it is not 12%. Companies are paying 12 plus 1, which is 13%. Every company is paying 13% per month to PF department. Let's calculate 13%. I am calculating 13% on gross salary. No doubt PF can be calculated on many more options. PF can be calculated on 15,000. It can be contributed on total basic. It can also be calculated on gross salary, and it can also be calculated on gross managed HR. There is various possibility. For the calculation sake, I have calculated it on gross salary, which means this company would be contributing 2,067 to PF department for this employee. And what is the ESIC contribution? ESIC contribution is 0.75. Companies contribute 3.25% every month to ESIC government. Let's calculate that also, which means 517 would be contributed to ESIC government by company and 2067 company would be contributing to PF department. These are costs to the company. Many companies are adding gratuity and bonus in the CTC. You are free to add, you are free not to include as well. This person's CTC is 21,000. Adding that would be reducing his take-home salary to great extent. So we are not including that, but you are free to include this also. We are done with 3 steps. Fourth step was benefit. If your company is providing any benefit to the employee, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is providing a benefit of medical insurance and your company is spending 200 rupees per employee per month. You can add the cost of this. If your company is providing other benefit, you can add the cost of that as well. And we are done with fourth step also. Third step was variable pay, which is also called as incentive. If this person will achieve the given target, let's assume that he would be getting paid 600 more. So we have added the cost of this also. We are done with all the 5 steps. Let's see where exactly we have reached. CTC can be calculated by adding employer cost with monthly salary. We have reached to a CTC of 19,287, but whereas we are looking for a CTC of 21,000. What is the difference? Let's calculate that. There is a difference of 1716. Now this cell has become active. Now this HR professional would try to put 1716 in the special allowance to reach the desired figure of 21,000 here. Let's do that. Let's see by adding 1716 whether we are reaching to the desired figure of 21,000 or not. No, we have not reached, we have crossed. There is a difference of 279. So now this HR professional would try to subtract 279 to reach the desired figure of 21,000. I am doing that. Let's see whether we are reaching to 21,000 or not. Again, there is a difference of 46 rupees. Let's add 46. Again, there is a difference of 8. Let's subtract 8. Again, there is a difference of 2. Let's add 2. Again, there is a difference of 1. Let's subtract 1. Now we have reached the desired figure of 21,000, which we were looking for. If you want to calculate the net take-home salary, you need to subtract the contribution which employee would be making every month. Since company is making contribution to PF and ESIC, employee would also be making PF by employee and ESIC by employee. So let's calculate that. Employee contribute 12% of their salary to PF government. Employee would be contributing 2085 and employer would be contributing 2259. In ESIC, this is 12%. In ESIC, employees contribute 0.75. So let's calculate 0.75. So these two contributions would be going from employee salary. So what is the net take-home salary? Net salary which would be coming in the hand of employee, that can be calculated from monthly salary minus whatever the employee is contributing, PF and ESIC. So monthly salary of 15,161 would be coming. So let's have a look. Any company paying a monthly CTC of 21,000, take home would be coming as 15,161. Monthly gross salary would be 736. So we have designed this breakup with lot many effort. We have done lot many manual activity. Let me shift to another sheet of mine. This is made on advanced Excel and the entire sheet is formula driven. This is called as automated Ctc calculator. Let's try to calculate the salary breakup of same 21,000 per month. So there is an option by the name of data. Go into data. Under data, you will find an option of what if analysis. Go into what if analysis. What if analysis would be giving you 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 questions. Set the cell, which means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected CTC cell. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? I am looking for 21,000, which I have mentioned. And third and last question which Excel is asking me is by changing cell. Excel is asking me a cell which would be used by Excel for calculation purpose to reach the desired figure of 21,000. I have allotted this. I have answered 3 questions to Excel. The cell in which I am looking for value, the value which I am looking for, I allotted a blank cell to Excel for calculation purpose. Let me click OK. Give a closer look. Once you click OK, you will see that entire salary breakup of 21,000 would be calculated automatically. So it is done. We have not done any manual activity and the calculation is not taken a second also. Let me show you again. Under data, let me delete this. Under data, there is an option by the name of what if analysis. What if analysis has got 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek could be asking you 3 things. Set the cell in which you are looking for value. You can select any cell. We are looking for CTC value. So I have selected this one. Now, second question is what is the value which you're looking for? Let's have some odd figure 899879, which means the value is 8,99,879. This can be a CTC figure for some employee. And as a last and third question, I am again allotting this cell to Excel. Now, once I click OK, you will see that we would be having an entire compensation breakup of CTC of 8,99,879. Let me click OK. So it is done. CTC is 8,99,879 and we have entire breakup in front of you. In our actual classes, we teach people how to create this automated CTC calculator. Salaries should be designed in this particular way. At the very beginning of the demo session, we had a poll where we asked whether the take-home salary of all the person would be same or not. So there are 3 companies, company A, company B, and company C. All these companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But in company A, the take-home salary is 49,313. In company B, the take-home salary is 40495. And in company C, the take-home salary is 38,991. All the companies are giving same CTC of 10 lakhs, 7 lakhs, but the take-home salary is different. Why it is different? Because this CTC annexer is different. This company is deducting Provident Fund on some other amount. This company is deducting PF on some other amount, and this company is paying PF on some other amount. This company has not added the cost of gratuity, mediclaim, and GPA. This company is not added the cost of variable pay. CTC annexer designing differ from company to company, and why it differ? Due to absence of labor law. Every company design compensation package as per their convenience. So it is very difficult to say that what would be take home salary by looking at the CTC value. And trust me, it would never be same in different company. These are few allowances which you can pick while designing any salary breakup. These are some tax-free allowances which you must select while designing any salary breakup so that employee gets more money in the hand. So this is what I wanted to share from my Excel sheet. Let me go back to my PPT. So there is a poll again, I guess, yes. So let us know whether the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same or not. Let me share you a few examples. There is a company who is giving offer letter like this. Basic salary is 45,000, house rent allowance is 0, conveyance allowance is 0, and the total monthly salary is 45,000, which is same as basic salary. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. They have mentioned only basic salary 50,000 and the total monthly salary is also same. The question which we want to ask is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same or not? The poll is live, everyone. Can you respond with your answer? We have received close to 70% of the vote. Let me end the poll and share with the result. So majority of the population, 63% is voted for no. They are of the opinion that basic salary and monthly gross salary cannot be the same. Whereas 38% of the population feels that yes, monthly salary and monthly gross salary and monthly basic salary can be the same. The correct answer is yes. Monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. There is no harm. There is nothing wrong with these salary breakup. Allowances are purely a choice of company, whether they want to pay it or whether they want to not pay the allowances would be purely their choice. So both the salary breakers are correct. There is nothing wrong. And yes, monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. So let's have a look on few sample offer letter which has been issued by our client to our candidate, and we would be understanding how CTC package or compensation package differ from company to company. This is the very first offer letter in which company is offering a CTC of 13,30,008. Company is also mentioning that net in hand salary would be 1,07,034 rupees. At the bottom blue box, company is mentioning that there will be an additional monthly deductions toward mediclaim insurance, which means this company is providing the benefit of mediclaim insurance, but the subscription or the premium is getting deducted from employee salary. Company is providing this benefit, but the money is taken from employee, which means the net in hand salary will be further going down. Whatever is mentioned is not accurate. You will also see that in the red box, company is mentioning things like that. You are also eligible for max performance linked quarterly incentive of 66,500. You will also be eligible for max performance linked bonus of 2,66,000, which means this company has not added the cost of variable pay in the CTC and Excel. Variable pay is not a part of CTC in this company. This is over and above the monetary CTC. You will also see that Provident Fund contribution is only 1,800, and whereas the basic salary is 55,417. We have seen that PF is normally 12 and 13%. If you calculate 12 and 13% of 55,000, that would be much high figure. But this company is paying only 1,800 to PF, which means this company is limiting their Provident Fund contribution on 15,000 salary, which is legally correct. Company can say that we will pay Provident Fund up to 15,000 only. Beyond that, we will not be paid. This is legally possible and correct. You will also see that bonus is coming in the gross salary. Bonus, we have seen that is a statutory payment, which normally comes in the CTC, but this company is paying bonus every month. So bonus is a part of monthly salary in this company and is not a part of annual CTC. You will also see that in the entire salary breakup or offer letter, gratuity is not a part of CTC. This company has not included the cost of gratuity in the CTC. This is one way of designing compensation package. Let's have a look on another. This is a offer letter of a US MNC in India. They are into food business and very big company. So this company is giving you offer of 10,50,000. So there is a component by the name of leave travel allowance, for which company is asking the employee whether you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert it to monthly special allowance, which means employee is having a choice to take money as per their convenience. These kind of model is called as combined model of compensation package, in which most of the salary breakups are designed by company, but employee also get few limited options on their salary component. Now employee is free to decide how they want to take this salary, either in the name of LTA or in the name of special allowance. You will also see that Provident Fund contribution in this company is 4,434, whereas basic is only 36. Basic salary is lesser than the previous offer letter, but Provident Fund contribution is higher than the previous offer letter, which means this company is not limiting their PF contribution on 15,000. They are paying on entire basic. You will also see that gratuity is something which is appearing. In this company, gratuity is a part of CTC. In the previous offer letter, gratuity was not a part of CTC. This is another way of designing offer letter. Let's have a look on third. This offer letter is of Tata Group of companies. And Tata Group of companies goes for flexible model of compensation package. Flexible model of compensation package is a package in which employee get good number of choices to design their own salary breakup. How they want to take the salary would be decided by them. So this is an offer letter of 10 lakhs. Company is offering 10 lakh to the person. Out of 10 lakhs, company has decided basic salary as 3,50,000, and the rest salary has been put under flexi compensation. Now employee is free to decide how they want to take this flexi compensation, under what all salary name, whether special allowance, HRA or telephone allowance would be decided by the employee, and what amount they want to take under each head would also be decided by them. So flexible compensation package is a package in which the rest of the salary breakups or designing part is decided by the employee. Company is contributing PF contribution, the total money 42,000. You will see that indicative performance of productive linked incentive is part of CTC. In the very first letter, in the very first offer letter, we have seen that this performance incentive was coming at the bottom in the red box, and company had not included that amount. This company has included the cost of variable pay also in the CTC. In the below red box, you will see that company is giving all these benefit like mediclaim insurance, additional top-up coverage, group personal accident, group term life, and gratuity. Company is providing these many benefits, but they have not added the cost of any of these. In one offer letter, gratuity was added. In another offer letter, mediclaim benefit was added, or the cost was getting recovered. This Tata Group of company is giving so much benefit, but they have not added cost of any of these benefit in the CTC. All these benefits are over and above the CTC package. This is another way of offer letter. So, okay. If you want to pay 50,000 per month to any employee, this first breakup, this animation is not working. You can pay 50,000 in this way. This is legally correct. You can also pay 50,000 in this way, where basic and HRA is there. Paying 50,000 in this way is also legally correct, and paying 50,000 in this way is also legally correct. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or this way, or this way, these are not legally correct. In our actual classes, we understand that why these are not legally correct and what can be the more possibilities of paying 50,000 in more ways. So the first four breakups are legally correct. 50,000 can be paid in these many ways, but these are the wrong way. So this is what I wanted to discuss from the compensation and benefit. For compensation and benefit model, we normally conduct 3 full classes, but in 1 hour, I try to share the important gist. Let's have a look on important labor laws. We will take a brief overview. All these labor laws are included in the course. Provident Fund is there, ESIC Act is there, Maternity Benefit is also there, Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act. On the left-hand side, I have mentioned purpose of the act. Why government has thought of bringing these labor laws in India? We would be understanding law applicability means these labor laws are applicable to which all companies. Employees eligibility means which all employees comes under these labor laws, and benefit means what benefit these labor laws are talking about. So let's start with Provident Fund. What was the purpose of bringing this labor law? Why government has thought of bringing this labor law? To provide social security and retirement benefit to all the employees. This was the basic purpose. Why ESIC Act was brought? To provide medical care and financial help to the worker or employee. In case people are not getting salary from the company, they get salary from the ESIC government. This law is that strong. What is the purpose of bringing maternity benefit? So that the woman employee can take care of themselves and their child at the time of pregnancy is something which was the basic purpose of bringing this act. And women employee gets leave for 26 weeks, which is more than 6 months. What was the purpose of bringing payments of bonus act? Profit sharing to the employee. Every company has to share profit with their employee was the basic purpose of bringing this act. And payment of gratuity is an act which recognizes long service of the person. If you work for 5 years in any company, you become eligible to get gratuity, and gratuity is a good amount which is paid to you. These laws are applicable to which all company? PF is applicable to all those companies where 20 or more employees are working. ESIC Act become applicable to all those companies where 10 or more people are working. Maternity benefit become applicable to all those companies where 10 or more people are working. Bonus Act become applicable on 20 number, and gratuity become applicable on 10 number. Any company having these number of employees, the act will become applicable to them. There is no choice. Company has to follow that act. Employee eligibility. Who are eligible to come under this act? In Provident Fund, all those people come whose monthly salaries are 15,000 per month. Yes, there are other people also who also come in Provident Fund whose salaries are more than 15,000. But yes, we need to see 2-3 things. Under ESIC Act, which all employee comes whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. If anyone's salary is more than 21,000, that person would not be coming under ESIC Act. Under Maternity Benefit Act, all employees comes, whether the lady is getting 3 lakhs per month or 5 lakhs per month or 30,000 per month, every women employee comes under Maternity Benefit Act. Under Payment of Bonus Act, only those employees comes whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. And only 30 days of working makes an employee eligible to ask for bonus. Payment of gratuity, there is no limitation on salary. Everybody comes under Payment of Gratuity Act, but this becomes payable only when you complete 5 years of service continuously with one company. Gratuity is also payable in the event of death or disablement of the employee. What are the benefits which these acts are talking about? Provident Fund speaks about savings benefit, pension benefit, which is paid after retirement. One can take, their lives are also insurance, and one can take loan from PF department. Under ESIC Act, it is medical benefit, treatment and hospitals are free, salaries are paid when the employee is not getting salary, and all those women employee who comes under ESIC Act, their maternity benefit is also given by ESIC. Under Maternity Benefit Act, women employees are getting leave with salary for more than 6 months. Payment of bonus is a monetary payment. One time good amount of payment is paid to every employee during this festive season. And under Payment of Gratuity Act, what is the benefit? Again, this is a monetary benefit. Good number of amount or money is paid once you complete 5 years. So for labor law, we normally conduct 5 classes for all these 5 labor law, but I wanted to share in brief. This is all about which we are covering. So let me share you. Let me give you some homework. Try to find out correct answer of these questions which we discuss in our actual classes. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance? Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit as per the Maternity Benefit Act or not? Is it mandatory to pay bonus if the company is in loss? There is an act which says that every company has to pay bonus, but in loss, are they liable to pay bonus or not? Try to find out, are men allowed to take their children to company crèche or daycare? All those companies who are providing crèche facility or daycare facility to newborn baby or the children of the employees, are men allowed to carry the children or it is with only women? After resigning, can an employee withdraw his resignation or not? So this is a homework. Try to find out the correct answer in our actual classes. We discuss all this. So this is I wanted to share in the today demo session. I am done with this. You can let me. We have seen all this thing. So in COVID impact, we have seen that so many job cut and layoff has happened. In the coming days also, things are not getting improved. Companies are still proceeding with these kind of layoffs. So in the time ahead, companies do not want to spend more time on training. No company is ready to spend time on training new employees. Companies are becoming very choosy and they want to hire the best because supply of talent has become available like anything in the market. The demand has not that increased, but supply of manpower or talent has increased in the market like anything. Companies are merging multiple jobs and they are creating one. We need to become good at 2-3 functions. By remaining good at only one function, going far would not that be possible. If you're good at recruitment, you need to become good at payroll. You need to become good at labor laws. You need to become good at HR analytics. By remaining good at one function, going far would not that be easy. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. Otherwise, somebody else would be taking our job. Preference is given to all those people who are multi-skilled and trained. And through our survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are important. Let me share you something about. Let me thank you for your time. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is very much relevant also. Let me share you few details of the course, and then I will be opening the session for question and answer. There are 4 modules. Every module has got individual fee. Anybody who wants to go for selected module can go for that. But anybody who is going for entire module or entire course would be getting a huge discount. There are few important details. Course duration is 10 classes only. In terms of hours, it will be 25-hour class. Classes happens on Saturday and Sunday only. The timing are 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Study material is given in all modules and all topics. Access to all live class recording. Whatever classes we conduct, entire class gets recorded, and immediately after the class, you get the class recording also. That remain with you forever. You can watch that recording for n number of times as per your convenience. Today demo class is also getting recorded, and after the demo class, I would be sending you today's recording through mail and WhatsApp both. In the same way, we share the actual classroom recording. Practice test is conducted after every topic and module. This is how we are conducting practice tests online. So these are for after every topic or every module, we conduct this kind of practice test. These practice tests are only for practicing purpose. We just want to see whether the learning is going in the right direction or not. And then there is a certificate after the completion of training program. Our company and course both are ISO 9000 certified. Whatever certificate we give carry the logo of ISO. And then we also support offline doubts and clarification. In case you want to speak separately after the class to understand anything, we are quite available. We train people for interview as well. So these are few important details. I have said there are 4 modules. Every module has got individual fee. These are the highlights. Total fee, if you add all the modules, is coming to 6,000. Anybody who is going for entire course, the discounted fee is 3,600. In this nominal fee, one can cover this entire course, which is probably from next month, we would be increasing this fee. These are my number, which would be reaching to you through WhatsApp and mail also. How we run the course. We start with module 1, move to module 2, then module 3, then module 4. And after completing module 4, we again start with module 1. In this circular way, course keeps on going. One can take admission when we are starting module 4. One can take admission when we are starting module 3. And one can take admission when we are starting module 1 and module 2 also. Next admission is happening from Saturday, 30th April, when we would be starting the module of recruitment and selection. These are certificates which we are issuing to people, and these are few appreciation. They are flashing these certificates on the LinkedIn saying that they are now certified HR Generalist Professional. People are mentioning this in HR licenses and certification, HR Generalist Practical Training. We have conducted this certification course with this MBA college also in Greater Noida. We were invited by Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh as well. We conducted workshop with Sri Siddhi Vinayak College, and recently we conducted webinar with ISM Patna. So let me share you this course detail, and now please free to give me a moment. Now it is over to you, everyone. Please feel free to ask what in case you have any query from the course which we are offering or anything which you want to know from the demo session which we have seen.